AM Sports Report brought to you by Hobby Habit right here in LeGrand. That's the Celebrate Minecraft Creativity Legos. It's a building set for adults designed for the 15th anniversary of Minecraft, which that's crazy. 15 years Minecraft has been out. It's a popular video game, and I mean, adults, kids, there's still millions of people that play this video game online. Hobby Habit has the Legos just for the fun of it. It's kind of a slow week for sports as we really swing into fall. Number 3, EOU volleyball's on the road. They play tomorrow and Saturday in San Antonio, Texas. Tomorrow they take on Oklahoma City University at 12 p.m. Central Time, and then they play Cumberland at 5. And then Friday they take on Nelson University at 10 Central and Our Lady of the Lakes University at 2:30. The LeGrand wrestling team, the girls, they got their rings. It was their first state championship this last year, and they were presented with their championship rings this last week, which is pretty cool. The pictures are courtesy of Dory Armstrong. Thank you, Dory. And it's awesome. You know what I mean? Like, I was there. I got to see our first female state champion in Lindy Isaacson, and then the girls got their rings. It was really cool. It was very exciting. Anytime you're like part of something that's a first, it's exciting. EOU men's soccer is at Columbia Basin College in Pasco for a 5 p.m. game start on Saturday. And that's really it for sports this week at EOU. Still working on getting the EOU women's soccer preview out. I have Megan Gustafson, Brooke Snyder, and EOU head women's coach Josh Goodman. Interviews with them will be coming out sometime this week. Yesterday, my longtime friend and very successful women's college basketball coach Tim Hayes dropped by the studio. He's been the head coach at Colorado Christian, where he led them to their first national championship. He was the head coach at SEU in Florida, where he never lost a conference game in 6 years. And then now he is the head coach at LSU Shreveport. And this is a team that won 30 games last year, and they just brought in one of the most sought-after coaches in the nation, especially at the NAIA level, in a hunt for a national title. And they're going to be right there in the mix. He has a really good shot to win a national title this year, and that's one of the things that he talks about right here in this little clip. His dad, before his dad passed away, he told his dad he was going to win a national title, and COVID kind of got in the way. So take a look at this.
My dad, the last game he saw before he passed away was a buzzer beater loss in the national championship. And he was absolutely heartbroken because, as you know, he coached
your team. That was your SEU team.
SEU team, yep.
Yeah, I remember that very clearly as well.
He was there. He was broken because we had that thing, and he had, I mean, literally from the time we were little, worked a morning shift at the post office, never took a promotion because he didn't want to be a postmaster because it would have affected the time he got to spend with us, developing us as athletes and as people, and that's what he knew, you know, and so he was in it, okay? So that's the last game he sees. He passes away that next fall. My team knew that, right? They knew the whole deal, and they said, we're going to go win one for you. Well, we have the best team by far, I think, in the country. So we have a rematch right before Christmas with Concordia, who had won the national championship that we had lost to. They had 7 returning starters, stacked roster. We beat them by 30. So with everybody returning. So number 1, we were number 2 in the country at the time, beat number 1 by 30. It was no holds bar. Like we're about to obliterate everyone.
Run
the team had the right motivation. We get to the Sweet 16 at Sioux City. We beat that team, and it was the number 1 scoring team in the country. We had a weird draw, and we got the number 1 scoring team. So it was one of those anomaly teams that could just shoot from anywhere. I was like, well, this is kind of one of those trap games in the national tournament. They can shoot it, you know, score with us, and we beat them by 65 with the brakes on. And no joke, my point guard comes up after that, and she's like, I told you. Like, we're going to win this thing, and we're going to nail it down. And I was like, zero doubt in my mind. They knew what it took. The only team still left ahead of us was going to be that Concordia team, which we already knew the formula. The coach he was scrambling to change the system, and we knew where we were going. And so as we're walking off the floor, the PA comes on and says, the tournament's been canceled due to COVID.
Yeah, I remember that.
7 seniors, elite squad. So that's kind of what happened. Those players never got another shot at it. We lost our opportunity to win that one. Took us 2 more years to get back there again. So lost in the Final Four our last year at Southeastern, and then ultimately I took that job at Colorado.
That right there is a crazy story, man. His team lost in the national championship, SEU, to Concordia. Come back the next season, beat Concordia, who was ranked number 1 in the country by 30, make the NAIA tournament, and then in the Sweet 16 game, beat the number 1 scoring team in the country by 65. And as they're walking off the court, the announcer says the tournament has been canceled due to COVID. That's wild. And so he's never got a national championship, and that's his goal this year. Cade's Courage, QR code right there on the screen. If you want, you can scan it. It'll take you to their GoFundMe for the McKinley family. Cade is a 3-sport athlete at LeGrand High School. He was recently diagnosed with a form of Ewing sarcoma cancer. The family could use some help. It was awesome yesterday when Tim was here in studio. Gabe, go ahead and go to that next picture. There you go. I said, hey, take one of these bracelets. And before I even got it explained to him, he already had it on and was wearing it. So it was cool. Just a good dude, and I wish him the best. And if you can help support the McKinley family, you don't have to do it through GoFundMe. You can go to US Bank right here in town and make a donation. It's under Cade's Courage or the McKinley family. AM Sports Report brought to you by Hobby Habit right here in LeGrand, just for the fun of it.